Hey guys, welcome to V2 Diaries. Here we are with the second video in the Back to Basics series, which is how to measure your liquid and dry ingredients correctly. So if you're interested, let's just dive in. But before that, be sure to subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell so that you will not miss on any of our future videos. So without any further ado, let's just dive in. Measurement is a key factor in baking, and we can measure the ingredients in two different ways, which is by volume, that is using measuring cups and spoons, and the other is by using weight, that is accurately measuring using a weighing scale. Cups are for measuring dry ingredients, and this can be measured in two ways, either by using spoon and level method or dip and sweep method. We'll get into details about that shortly, but before that, first let's see how not to measure your ingredients. Flour is one of the key ingredients in baking, which often tends to get measured incorrectly. Never pack your flour into a cup and then level them. This will give you way more flour than that is actually required for a cake, which leads to a denser and a heavier cake. If you're wondering why your cake is not soft and fluffy even after following the recipe exactly, this might be a reason for that. The second method to avoid is never fill your cup with the flour and then tap them on the countertop. This will also add way more flour than that is actually required. Now let's see how to measure correctly. Fluff up or aerate your flour, as this will get compacted and tight when stored. So it's important to aerate the flour before measuring. Now lightly spoon the flour into a cup and overfill it. Then level it with the back of a spoon or a knife to get accurate results. This is called spoon and level method. The second method is called dip and sweep. For this as well, we should fluff up the flour. Dip your cup into the flour, do not shake or tap the cup, and then level it using a knife, offset spatula or back of your spoon. You can use either of the two methods to measure your dry ingredients. Now let's move on to measuring the butter. It's important that your butter is at room temperature or softened. More about softened butter in a future video. Lightly pack them into a cup and then level them using an offset spatula. Most recipes often call for lightly packed brown sugar, so pour them into a cup and ever so lightly pack them to get accurate measurements. Let's move on to measuring spoons. Measuring spoons are generally used to measure small ingredients like baking powder, baking soda, vanilla essence, and all other spices that are required in a very less quantity. You can dip the spoon in the ingredient and level them off to get a precise measurement. For liquid ingredients like vanilla, never overfill and fill only until the rim of the spoon to get correct measurement. Liquid measuring cups are generally used to measure liquid ingredients like milk and buttermilk. Always place your cup on the countertop, pour the liquid into the mixture, and then get down to the eye level to ensure they're exactly on the line or the measurement that is required. Now let's move on to the second method, which is measuring ingredients by weight. This often provides you various measurements like ml, fluid ounces, grams, and so on and so forth. Place a bowl on the weighing scale, then click on tat or on button to bring it back to 0. Now measure the ingredients as per your requirement. Remove any excess if added to get accurate and precise measurement. A quick tip is to always measure your dry ingredients first and then the liquid ingredients. This will help you in measuring all the ingredients using one bowl. I hope you found the video useful and informative. Thanks for watching guys. I hope you liked this video. If you did so, be sure to like, share and subscribe to this channel. Leave your comments and suggestions in the comment section down below. I will see you in my next video, which is how to read a recipe correctly. Until then, bye guys.